right. Hi, guys. Welcome in. We are getting ready to get started with our Tuesday talks. Gosh, I feel like I was just here last week doing the Tuesday talks on numerology. And here we are again. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. I hope you guys are interested in this topic that I have because I feel like it's going to be phenomenal. I feel there's a lot of star seeds on the planet. I don't know. It could just be me, but I do. I feel like there are a lot of star seeds on the planet and they don't even know that they're star seeds. So that's the whole point of today's talk, is to go over the things that I learned in my training. I am a soul realignment coach. So I do Akashic records readings. I am myself a star seed hailing from the beautiful Pleiadian star system. And, I'm enjoying my time on this lovely planet. And I got to tell you guys, it just like became so much easier for me when I started to realize that being a star seed, there's nothing shameful about being a star seed. Most importantly, there's nothing shameful about that. But there's also this idea that we can thrive. We don't just have to exist on this planet as star seeds. We can actually thrive. In fact, most of us came to this planet to make the planet better. Does that resonate for anybody? I know I'm starting. I always start on time, and people always tell me, Uma, when you stream to YouTube, you have to you have to like give it time for people to come in, and you can't start right away. But I'm a Capricorn, so we start on time. We do everything on time. We're like the sticklers for that kind of stuff. And I apologize if that rubs anybody the wrong way. But yeah, when I say I'm starting an event at 12 p.m., we're starting at 12 p.m. Okay. And today's talk, for those of you that are now coming in, now joining me, it is Tuesday Talks, exploring star seeds and their origins. So hopefully you are a star seed and you are interested in this. And if you guys are looking at me and you're like, where is she looking at? I am streaming on 3 different platforms. I'm streaming here on YouTube, here on Meet Me, and here on TikTok. Okay. We will be doing mini star seed readings at the end of my talk. So like in the next 20-25 minutes, we're going to be doing mini psychic readings for those of you that want to know if you are a star seed. And where do you come from? What's a star seed? That's a great question. I'm going to get into all of that. All right. We're going to get into all of that. Hi, Stacy. Welcome in. All right. I want to read you some things from my manuals because, I'm organized like that. Okay. Let's start with this. What's a star seed? A star seed is a person that they know deep within their soul that they have extraterrestrial origins, is the best way that I can put that. So how many of you, let me ask the simple question. How many of you have felt like, I don't belong here on this planet? Being here is weird. People are weird, right? Humans are weird. The way we do things on this planet is weird, right? So that's somebody who identifies as a starseed. There are people who have extraterrestrial origins. Now, what does that mean? How many of you believe in reincarnation, right? That we have lived life over and over again? Yes, no, maybe. Right? What's to say that some of us have not had origins on other planets? Why do we judge those people? Right? What makes you so great, humans, that, they're a cuckoo, they're a nut, right? Because they come from other planets, or they believe they come from other planets. So why is it okay for a person to say something like this? I love playing the guitar. I must have played a guitar in my past life, right? That's pretty normal in the metaphysical world, in the spiritual world, right? hearing somebody say something like that. So why is it so off-putting for somebody else to say, I love the stars. I love looking up at the stars, and I feel like I must have had a lifetime on another planet. And I'll be honest, I was one of the biggest doubters of starseeds, even though I am a starseed myself. I was one of the biggest doubters until I became a past life regression therapist. So I trained under Dr. Brian Weiss, the creator of past life regression therapy. And I had to go away for that training, right? I spent a week at the institute there in New York with Dr. Brian Weiss. And during that week, we had to do many past life regressions on our fellow students. And what is a past life regression? We're going back through our lifetimes to the times that we have lived before this life, right? Well, I had a situation where I had a woman from Australia. I did her past life regression, and she was a very sane woman, I can say that. And we did her past life regression, and she went back to extraterrestrial origins. And it was amazing for her, and it was amazing for me, because we don't even know what we did and what we touched on. We were just like, what is happening, right? And then we struggled after that event. Do we believe what we just saw, experienced? It felt right to her. It felt right to me. And that's when I started to realize, Uma, you do not know everything that's going on in the universe. Uma, how dare you even have the thought that you can understand it all from your little pea brain, right? I can't. You can't. We can't. So the best thing we can do is learn from the things around us, from people around us, and use our ear of discernment about what feels right and what feels wrong. Does that make sense? So today, the talk on starseeds, it's not going to resonate for everybody. And that's fine. I'm not here to teach everybody. Matter of fact, I don't even know why I'd be doing these free classes. Most people come to my center for that hidden knowledge, that secret knowledge, right? Knowledge that's not available for everyone. But I've been wanting to come out and do more with you guys and hopefully reach those of you that have been struggling to understand things. So that's my long introduction into this whole topic about starseeds. There are people that have had past lives. Most of us, if not all of us, have had past lives. And some of us have had past lives on other planets. Do you guys agree with that or disagree? Do you feel like you're one of those people? Because those are the people I'm talking to today. The people with starseed origins. Now, let's get into some of these origins that we're talking about. Okay. Soul groups. The soul group of origin is reminding people of their journeys before they came to the planet. Soul groups of origin share certain soul level traits that serve them within their human experience in creating more of what they want. By looking up soul groups, you can gain more clues as to your divine nature so that you can express it in your human experience. I go back to my original question. How many of you feel like you don't belong here? How many of you feel like Earth is such a weird place? People are such a weird species. We do things so backwards on this planet, right? Okay, big D. There you go. Pause. Majesty. Me too. I remember when I was younger, my friends had to teach me how to have small talk. And I know for some of you, you're like, what are you talking about, Uma? Everybody knows how to have small talk. I didn't because my starseed origins, where I'm from, we communicated pretty much telepathically. That's why I'm psychic on here, right? So this idea of like, we have to actually use our mouths to say to people what we need. And then you can't even say to people what you need. You have to have this small talk before you say what you need. It was very confusing for me. Exactly, Majesty. She said, I don't fit in and I see things too deeply. How many of us can resonate with that? Right? So this is the reason why I'm doing these videos, is because there's so many of us out here that feel alone. A lot of starseeds feel alone on this planet. A lot of starseeds feel like they don't fit in. A lot of starseeds feel like judged, ostracized, right? Cut off because we don't do what people want us to do. We don't believe in the things that people believe in. We don't see a lot of reason for a lot of things that humans do. All right. So this is the reason for the talk today. My goal here is to go through, there's plenty of soul groups. I can't get into all of them. To be honest with you guys, I don't know all of them. Okay. So I can't talk to you guys about things that I don't know about. I can talk to you about the things that I know about, which are pretty much the very popular star groups. I'm going to describe each of the star groups traits to you. And then I have figured out a way how to calculate which star group somebody is from. And I'm offering that as readings today, mini Starseed readings today for donation. So if you're watching me on YouTube, if you are watching me on YouTube, when we get to that part, you can do a donation. If you're watching me on Meet Me, you know, it'll be a gift. And if you're watching me on TikTok, it'll be a gift. My gift is actually pinned for those of you on TikTok, so you guys can start sending that. And then we will get to that when we're at the end of the talk. Okay. So the soul groups indicate which star system the soul incarnated right after its origination from divine source. All of us have an inherent understanding of the energy of various soul groups since we share likeness, and the various star systems are part of our night sky here on Earth. Soul groups are named for stars rather than planets when they are located outside of our galaxy. Okay. Soul groups can be organized into souls who originated within our solar system and star traveler groups who originated elsewhere in the galaxy. We tend to attract each other. And I started noticing that too when I started having my center and doing things at my center. I started noticing that people attracting to me, we shared a lot, like a common likeness and a common goal and a common desire. And I was like, oh, this is interesting, you know? Yes, they think it's deeply prejudiced, facts, you know? That's why it's so important for you to find your community and connect with the people that understand you and share the same beliefs with you. You know, a lot of people say to me, oh, Uma, you're on the funny farm. And I say, you know what? That's cool. I dig it, because this planet is so messed up that I really rather be considered one of the people on the funny farm, because I think completely different than the majority of people on this planet think. I don't believe in war. I don't believe there's a need for war. I don't believe in like a lot of things, but I digress. You know what I'm saying? I digress. Okay. So yes, we have the soul groups that are from the Earth planet, right? But I'm not talking about those soul groups. I'm going to be talking about the soul groups that come from other galaxies. And I'm going to first start with Mintaka. Has anybody ever heard about Mintaka? Yes, it is being recorded on my YouTube channel. So if you guys do miss any part of it, you can come back to my YouTube channel and watch it on my YouTube channel. Okay. All right. Mintaka is located in the constellation of Orion, and most Mintakans will recognize this constellation and constantly look at it in the night sky. Mintaka was a water world and a somewhat utopian civilization where no one made conscious negative choices. Mintakans have a very hard time with the amount of willful negativity on this planet. They do not understand choices to go to war, to hurt others, to lie, or to be mean. Their great gift is to see only the positive potential in others, and this makes us feel extremely good about ourselves. Mintakans often have rose-colored glasses on. They focus on the positive side of life. The glass is always half full, and every cloud has a silver lining. They're often completely blindsided by other people's choice for negativity. They simply don't understand these choices. Mintakans do not have the capacity to make conscious negative choices. If they know it's wrong, they can't do it. Mintakans tend to invest themselves heavily in other people's potential. They usually are everyone's cheerleader and the person others turn to when they need to feel good about themselves. Mintakans need to develop greater discernment between someone's potential and the truth of who they actually are. So when you are having a starseed origin as a Mintakan, we know these people on the planet. They're like the earth angels, they're the people that date all the wrong people because they want to help them. They want to make them elevate and be better and feel better. And that's one of the things that they have to work on is their discernment. I know I want to help you. I shouldn't date you. I shouldn't friend you. I should be that loving acquaintance from afar that helps you, but also respect my boundaries, right? And a lot of Mintakans, they don't have that boundaries. It's very like heart-centered. Mintakans tend to overestimate others. Most people actually never step into their potential. They just enjoy being in the energy of someone who upholds it for them. So that's a big point for Mintakans. They usually get disappointed frequently, and they can get disillusioned because, there is the group of people on this planet that are from this planet. Because, we have the positive soul groups, but let's not forget, there's also negative soul groups, right? The reptilians. So there are people who are committed to negativity. And the Mintakans really and truly see the highest potential of everyone. Even though you're choosing negative, I know you can do better. I want to see you do better. Please do better, right? So they must focus on embracing their own potential and actually leverage their ability to uplift others rather than enable them, okay? Mintakans have an odd relationship with water. They will love being around it and in it, but some Mintakans don't like dark water, such as the ocean or the lake. On their home world, sun filtered through to the bottom of the ocean. Water is a very healing element for Mintakans, although being near it often fulfills that purpose. So Mintakans have a need to be around water. So if you're one of those people that feel that need to be around water, you're always positive, you're always trying to uplift people, chances are you might have a Mintakan soul heritage. Ricky said, this is why I'm always craving water, right? There you go. They also have like a deep longing for home because their home planet is no longer inhabitable. So they always tend to have this like longing and strange, sad longing for home. They tend to be nesters. So they might like enjoy being home, working from home, not going out much, making their homes beautiful because they just really like their home energy. So that is the energy of Mintakans. Okay. Now we're going to go to the Pleiadians. Now, I've told you before, I believe I'm from the Pleiades planetary system. Pleiadians are natural change agents. They're very active as visionaries, teachers, and powerful communicators. They tend to be highly verbal people. Their motto is just do it. Pleiadians are unafraid of change. In fact, they like to jump in with both feet and fast. That is so true. They have great vision. They're the big picture kind of people. They tend to be impatient because they want to get to their goal in one step. Like, let's get there. What's the holdup? They love to communicate. They inspire others with big vision. They usually excel at creating and leading a community. They're the teachers, out here. And as you guys know, I'm a spiritual mentor and a metaphysical teacher. So that's why I was drawn to the Pleiadian system. Pleiadians are charismatic and charming, great visionaries, communicators. Detailed implementation is best delegated because they like to skip steps. So you got to watch out for that. Okay. They have also worked out a way to leave Earth for other star systems by executing a karmic dump and essentially convincing other Pleiadian souls to take over their karma for completion from here on our planet. So if you can find a negative, unjustified karma for a Pleiadian soul, because Pleiadians can be manipulators. I'll tell you that much about my group, and remember, they see the big picture. So they don't see it as, well, I'm manipulating you for my own good. It's more like I'm manipulating you for the greater good of society, which, by the way, I don't believe in. I don't think you should be manipulating anybody. But there are some Pleiadians that will be, like how you see those movies where, oh, can you unalive a person? And people will be like, if it serves the greater good, then yeah, I can't. Every person counts. So that is the Pleiadians, the teachers, the natural change agents, the visionaries of the planet. And you can tell a Pleiadian because they just have this business sense about them. They tend to hardly ever relax. They're always on the go. They're always focused on their life purpose, their goal, their job. They're very committed to that, So, me as a Pleiadian star person, I tend to remind myself, you got to take time to chill out. And you came here to this planet for a reason, not just to work and to save the planet and to save people. You can also take a day off. You know what I'm saying? So if you find people that have that kind of energy, might be a Pleiadian. Okay. Moving on, we have Sirius. Sirians are very invested in improving things. If they had a slogan, it would be, let's find a better way. Their creativity is inspired by existing structures and systems. They do not invent the wheel, they make the wheel rounder, faster, and more efficient with their creativity. Sirians are inspired by improving what already exists or combining and assembling what already exists in a new way. They tend not to create from scratch or come up with something completely new. Sirians tend to be fairly organized. They love systems, mythologies, processes. They like to plan, write lists, have detailed calendars, spreadsheets. They enjoy structure and hierarchy and are very comfortable in organizations like corporations. They're quite risk averse and like to be part of established structures. They can be of highly oriented, goal-oriented individuals that plan out all their steps to success with a high level of organization and motivation. However, they can also get stuck in planning, analysis, and perfecting methodology to the exclusion of actually implementing it. Their love of improvement extends to self-improvement, and they're often found in the world of personal transformation. However, they can get frustrated if they're not in a position where their helpful advice is wanted or appreciated. So, the dysfunctional part of the Sirians is their lack of originality, because they're not really here to create. They're here to make the thing that's created better, right? So, and they tend to be kind of not followers, but they just tend to, they're the worker bees is what I think about with the Sirians. They're the worker bees. They're going to get it done. Okay. Now, Arcturians are highly conscious individuals that uphold spiritual wisdom. They have a great deal of insight to share. They're fairly quiet individuals. They do not aspire to be well known or famous. and they tend to remain in the background. They're often the influencers behind the influencers, the people behind the curtain. And they are often drawn to the study of metaphysics and spirituality, where their insight and wisdom is most appreciated. I know somebody on Meet Me. He comes in my stream all the time. He's not a streamer. He's not a big gifter. No attention drawn to him, but he has a wealth of knowledge. And I know in my soul, this man is an Arcturian. I just know it. I feel it. He's an Arcturian, right? Arcturians are somewhat baffled by existing social structures and systems that don't seem to make sense to them. Whether it's organized religion or institutions such as marriage or the educational system, they may feel ill at ease or at odds with engaging in these types of structures. The dysfunctional aspect of the soul group is secret rebellion against normal social structures rather than openly seeking to challenge and reform them. Arcturians may start having secret lives that allow them to express aspects of themselves that don't quite fit into society's perception of normal, rather than take a stand for living the truth of who they are. So those are the main groups that I want to talk about today, because I feel like most people classify in those main groups. The other groups are smaller, less known, but still important. But most people tend to fall into that Arcturian, Sirius, Pleiades, and Orions, or Mintakans, as we call them. Right? Now, the star seeds work together, unless it's a negative, and I have that, a negative star seed, like the Draconian soul group or the Reptilian soul group. Let's talk about that for a second. The Draconian soul group, negative soul group, right? They're designed to receive vital force energy from others. They gain their energy from others. Rather than working with one or two qualities of vital force energy the way positive souls do, they can thrive on any energy sent their way via the attention and focus of others, whether this is positive or negative. They frequently employ manipulation, control, and disempowerment in order to direct vital force energy towards themselves in the form of fear. They perpetuate concepts of sacrifice, hierarchy, and the illusion that we have no choice but to act against our own divine nature. They're not bad people. They're perfectly lovely, charming, but they must receive vital force energy from people in their environment rather than from divine source. For those of you that are in the spiritual community, you know this as, what's the word I'm looking for? You know this as, thank you. I will do a mini star seed reading for you, Whispers. I'm coming up to the end of my talk, so you will definitely get that. They're known as psychic vampires. You guys have heard that term before, right? Psychic vampires, people who take your energy, suck your energy. So remember though, this is not their fault. This is the way they were designed. They can't get energy from source the way the positive soul groups can. They can only get it from other people. Souls will usually engage with a draconian or reptilian individual only to find themselves stuck in a situation they can't get out of. Helplessness, victimization, disempowerment, right? Are powerful energies draconian souls can thrive on. Please remember that without helplessness, victimization, and disempowerment, there can also be no independent safety or power. So draconian souls provide a necessary polarity to positive souls, right? You know that, you lived with that. You guys know these people, right? On extremely rare occasions, positive draconian souls do show up in our practice. These souls have received enough of a specific energy from others that they begin to identify with the energy of others. So this happens when they choose it. So basically, draconians can evolve. They just have to choose to want to evolve, right? Remember, you don't need to help them become positive, because that's a judgmental thing to do. These souls choose their negative orientation and origination. It is a vibrational match for how they were when they were created. Without negative souls, there will be no positive souls. It's the yin and the yang. So we need them in our lives. You understand? This is why we always say, hold no ill will to people that hurt you, that have drained you or whatnot. Hold no ill will. We're all playing our part. We don't vilify a lion for hunting and eating its prey. So don't judge negative souls for doing what they came here to do, right? So when we give draconian souls our time and attention, we're essentially serving them as a source of vital force energy. As family members, draconian souls can be very controlling and manipulative, doing whatever they can to gain attention, right? This can be very tough on their spouses and adult children, because if they cannot gain positive attention, they will engage in negative attention-seeking behavior. What else? So there are the negative souls, and we also have a specific starseed group called changelings. Have you guys ever heard of that? Changelings? So changelings, let me see if I can put this here. Shift their orientation from positive to negative and back again, and have very unstable energy patterns. They are inherently negative souls because they have to receive vital force energy from other souls, right? Their divine soul blueprint lacks the stability to consistently receive vital force energy, right? Somebody said, Majesty said her mother's like that, from divine source. The vibrational instability of their energy pattern does not function well as our world becomes increasingly polarized through the greater availability of choice. So the changeling soul group is not actually a soul group of origination. They started out with either a positive or negative blueprint, right? But over lifetimes, many lifetimes, they chose a negative orientation, only sometimes to dabble, right, with a positive orientation, but they tend to go back negative. I know this in a friend of mine that she tries really hard to be positive, but she can't. Like, she just, there's this side of her that just switches. And you know, I've seen her struggle, and she's hurt me several times in the process, but because I'm aware of her starseed origination, I'm like, it is what it is. How do you handle that in a relationship? I personally can't be in a relationship with somebody that's a changeling. Because for me, okay, so I'm from the Pleiadian star system, and we are very focused on this mission on Earth that we have, right? We're one of the most like focused groups about our mission. So I can't have anybody in my life that's a distraction. My man has to be stable. My friends have to be stable. My family have to be stable. Because if they're not, then it bothers me, right? And then if it bothers me, then I can't do what I came here to do. It's like they always have a problem for every solution. Facts. So I personally can't be a person in a relationship with a changeling. Now, for those of you that are in relationship with changelings, I would say spend a lot of time apart, in terms of like have time with your person, but make sure you have time by yourself as well. You know, because you need to refresh yourself. You need to reset your energy. All right. And you're going to have to, yeah, for your sanity's sake, you're going to have to do that for your sanity's sake. Okay. Now here's the thing. The soul groups work together. All right. The soul groups work together. Unless it's the negative soul group, most of them work together. And this is how I envision it. And again, this is just my theories. Y'all don't come for me and be like, oh, Uma's out here. This is just my opinion, right? Because it's not like we can meet with them and have conversations and talk to them. So we have to kind of go off of what we know. So I talked about the Arcturians, Sirans, Pleiadians, and Mintakans, or Orions, right? That part, Majesty. This is how I envision all of them working together. The Arcturians are the troublemakers, right? They're the quiet ones. They're going to be on the planet. They're going to be paying attention. They're watching everything, but they have a secret life. They're making moves underneath, underneath all of that. So they're looking very friendly and nice and all of that. But then they have like their own agenda, which is really to break down the institutions that are archaic on this planet, right? So I feel like if they had, this big meeting, right? If they had this big meeting, it would be like the Arcturians would be holding the meeting. They would be creating the secret meeting for us all to get together in. And then they would be like, okay, we don't like the government. It's a bunch of reptilians and draconians, and we don't like it. They got to go. The Pleiadians are the visionaries. So they're going to come in with the ultimate plan, the big plan. The Sirans are the worker bees. So they're going to get to work instituting the plan, right? Instituting the plan, getting things done, setting up the structure, the organization of it all and whatnot. And then the Mintakans, they're the heart people. So they're like human resources, right? They're the people that are handling the people in the operation. So let's say let's just say, I'm making up, let's say there's a very corrupt organization. They are making food that is sickening to people. The bad people, bad people, right? The bad guys. So the Arcturians, we're just doing a little funny exercise. The Arcturians would be the ones going, maybe even working there to find out what's going on, get all the information, right? And then they're going to form the meetings. And then here comes us, the Pleiadians, that are going to be like, oh, this is what's going on. All right, this is what we're going to do. This is the grand idea. This is the grand scheme. This is the vision that we're going to have to completely bring this thing down. The Sirans are going to get to work, right? The Sirans are going to be like, all right, we're going to go ahead and start building the structure out that the Pleiadians gave us to do. The Mintakans are going to be the people that go talk to the people. They might go to work there and try to get some of the workers to leave. They will be the lawyers, the mediators, the coaches, whatever, for the human part of it. And that's how I feel like they all work together. That's how I feel they all work together. But I really wanted to share this information with you guys because once you start going down this road of finding out, wow, I might have starseed origin, and there might be some things here that I can actually use to create my life, life gets easier. Life gets easier. Now, I am offering mini starseed readings. So if you're watching me on YouTube, you can do an 1111 donation to my Cash App. All right. I have it running at the bottom there. Starseed mini reading, 1111 to my Cash App. If you are watching on Meet Me, you can send the 1K wheel for a mini starseed reading. And if you are here on TikTok, just look at my pin goal. It's the manifesting gift. You can send that for a mini reading. Now, somebody sent, are you still in here? Somebody did send the manifesting gift. Whispers, are you still in here, Whispers? Because what is your birthday? What is your birthday? Because here's the thing, these mini starseed readings, there's no, like I said, there's nobody who's been to the other planets to find out exactly and truly how this all works. But I've been doing mini starseed readings for like a couple of months now since I came upon this topic. And so far I've had 100%, accuracy, but we don't know. We'll find out here today. I'm willing if you're willing. Okay. Yes, they said, okay, I got their birthday. Let me look at this. Majesty, you'll be next. All right. Drop your birthday in the comments, Majesty. All right. All right. I'm going to ask you some questions, whispers. Okay. Because right now for me, you can be either one or you're one of these two star seeds. All right. Do you feel like you have a mission on this planet to elevate consciousness, to spread love, to help people reach a higher calling in life? Yeah. Are you drawn to the healing and metaphysical world? Do you have food sensitivities, or just allergies or rashes on your skin, and like you go to the doctors and you're trying to figure it out and you almost feel like you're allergic to the planet, Are you empathic, sensitive, have sensory overload issues, anxiety? I'm a therapist and tarot reader and allergic to everything. Okay. Now that's the one group, and I feel that's your group. But just to be fair, I'm going to mention the other group, and I want to see how you feel about the other group. But I feel you're the first group. All right. Now, the other group. Do you have intense daydreams, artistic, creative, deep connection to the water, not easy to talk about your feelings, upbeat personality, great sense of humor, animal lover, and also drawn to the healing and metaphysical world? Do you identify more with one or two? Because I feel like you're more one, and I'll tell you why in a second, why I feel like you're more one. Does pet for. Yeah, I know. Because one is Pleiadian. Hi, friend. Hi, friend. I'm from that system. And I do feel that you're more Pleiadian. The second one is Sirans. So if you want to look up both of them and do your own personal research, you're either from the Pleiadian star system or Sirian. Now, it is possible that you can be from both, because I know for a fact I'm from the Pleiadian star system, but I also know I'm from Andromeda. And I feel that I originated from the Pleiadian star system, but I might have had a lifetime or two on Andromeda. I don't know why, but it just calls to me. So look into it. But I feel like you're from the Pleiadian system, because immediately when I tapped into your energy, I was like, and 1111 means something to you. You understand? Like my name, 1111. In fact, I would even tell you to change your name to Whispers from the Universe 1111, because there's something about that awakening number. Hi, Nads, right? All right, so there you go. That's your mini reading. Look into those two. Majesty, you are next. Did somebody else send me why does it say 3? You're welcome. You're welcome. I hope it was helpful. All right. Majesty, I got you. Let me calculate. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I think I know what you are. Oh, V, you did? Let me see. Because I think I could be able to click on it and tell. I don't know why it's not showing up. It just says, I don't know. That's weird. All right. V Melee. Okay. Who did? V Melee or Nads? Sent the manifesting. Thank you, Ricky. V. All right, cool. V, put your birthday in the comments. All right. Majesty, are you ready? I feel like I know which one you are. Do you have a love of all things spiritual, but like a lot of topics, spiritual, metaphysics, medicine, math, science, like just you love to learn, you love knowledge, you know, you love to find out how things work. D, I got you. You love to plan things out. You love to stick to a plan. You don't like when things go off the plan, right? You love technology. You're telepathic. You're a leader. You're very driven, very analytical, logical mind. You're very compassionate, but you guard your feelings. Does this sound like you? I feel like this sounds like you. You, my dear, are an Arcturian. Arcturian. So I want you to look it up. I want you to Google it. But the Arcturians, remember how I said in my little explanation, they're the ones that are here to disrupt society, right? They appear quiet on the outside. They're going to fit in. They're going to blend in, but they're observing. They're watching everything. And then they have secret lives. You understand? And usually their secret life is disruptive to society. They're going to say the most outlandish things. They're going to do the most outlandish things. They really can't stand the way like humans are. Like this planet is weird. I can't imagine how you're surviving in your country where you're at, because that must be so frustrating to you. It is so backwards sometimes over there. So look it up and tell me what you think. But I feel like Arcturian would fit the bill for you. Okay. You're welcome. All right. Let's see. V was next. All right, V. Thank you for the manifesting gift. Ah, okay. Okay. I'm missing this data is being a pain in the moment. What are you missing? V, are you here? Yeah, watch the recording. Watch the recording. It's on YouTube. All right. I feel like, hi, Jasmine. V, okay. I'm feeling drawn to this one. V, do you consider yourself a grounded person, hardworking, very opinionated? You know what you know, but you like to build things. You don't like to tear things down. You might even consider yourself a leader in terms of like how strong you are on your emotions and strong in your knowing, your discernment. Like a force wanted me to miss this. Nah, don't buy into that. Don't buy into that. Just, you know, learn about Arcturians. Okay. And V, I also feel like you're not easily persuaded. You have good control over your emotions. Do you find that, V? You're very logical. You have an emotional quality to you, but you will not let your emotions rule over your logic. Okay. You're savvy, you're street smart. Are you an entrepreneur or you have an entrepreneurial spirit? Right? You're very emotional. Okay, that would be interesting for me. Actually, no, that makes sense because Orions are with, you know, the Mintakans. So that makes sense because remember, Mintaka was a water planet. Hi, Triple, right? So you're coming up as an Orion, you know, the Mintakan Orion constellation. Look into that. You just had a spiritual awakening. Yeah. Yeah. For you guys, you remember, you guys are the worker bees. You're going to get things done. You are like the master builders, you know? So when I was giving my little example of what we look like working together, we need you guys. You guys build the foundations that we need, right? So I would say look into Orions, Mintakans. That's the galaxy that you're from. All right, reminder, guys, if you want a mini starseed reading, I'm supposed to be leaving in 8 minutes, but if you want a mini starseed reading, if you're on YouTube, you can see my Cash App to send 1111 to. If you're on Meet Me, you can send the 1K wheel. And if you are on TikTok, you can send the manifesting gift. An intuitive empath. There you go. That's that Mintakan energy. Because remember, Mintaka was a water planet. So you're very drawn to like the oceans, but you may have like a fear or a dislike of dark water. Because on the planet, right, in Orion, the Mintakans, the water, the light was able to filter through the water. Right? So look into that. All right. And then finally, there was who was the last person? D Amori. What is your birthday? Yeah. And you have a sense of longing, right? Like you want to go home, but you don't know where home is, right? I love this. I love doing this because I just took a guess. Like, let me come on here, talk about star seeds, do some mini star seed readings. And the fact that so many of you are responding positively to this tells me that I got to do more work with the star seeds. All right, D, I got you. Oh, Stacy, you did send me I got you, Stacy. You'll be right after D, okay? Hi, Scorpio. I'm going to do your reading right after D. All right, D. Let's see. 5 plus 6 plus 1. Okay. D. There's two choices for you. I'm going to go with this choice. I'm going to give you the two descriptions and tell me which one fits for you. I think you're going to be the first choice that I go with, but we'll see. I should do it daily. Hi, Scorpio. Ooh, Scorpio, thank you. You want a star seed reading? That's what I'm doing right now. You'll be next. Okay. The first group that you could possibly be from, D, the first star seed group, intense daydreamer, love healing and metaphysics. You're an artistic, creative person, deep connection to the water, ocean, upbeat personality, great sense of humor, love animals, but not easy saying your feelings. Starseed readings we're doing right now. Does that sound like you? That's one. Now, the other one, you're a humanitarian. You have a deep mission calling in your life. You want to elevate the consciousness on the planet. You want to spread love. You're deep into healing and metaphysical studies, and you have a lot of sensitivities, food sensitivities, anxiety, sensory issues, very empathic, very sensitive. Do you feel you identify with one or two? And I did something, and I want to see if this person picks up on this. I want to see what happens here. One. I figured it. That you are, my dear, a Syrian. You're a Syrian. So look up Sirans, Starseed group, and see if it identifies for you. So remember, the Sirans were the builders, the artistic people, expressive people. They're here to build, create, not destroy, not into negativity, right? So look into that, D, and see how that fits. Scorpio, if you want we're doing starseed readings. These are, okay, so these, not everybody's a starseed. I just want to caution that. This is for the people that feel like they don't belong. If you feel like you're different, if you feel like you're always been the black sheep of the family, why can't you just be this? Why can't you just do this? You might have a starseed origin story. So, like, you know how we have a lot of past lifetimes? People assume that we all have past lifetimes on the earth, but that's not true. Some of us have past lifetimes on other planets. Me, Pleiades. Other people, other planets. So it's helpful to know what your planetary association is because it helps you to understand yourself more. So for anybody who's sending gifts and stuff, if you want me to check it, just put your birthday, month, date, year in the comments, and I will check it for you. All right, Stacy, I'm on to you next. I got your birthday. Thank you, Stacy, for the Cash App donation. Ah, okay, Stacy. Thank you. All right. We have a couple for you. Stacy. Why do I feel drawn to this? Do lions mean anything to you, Stacy? Lions or animals or cats in particular? I just have to ask because before I go to the others, I just have to ask about this one. I was drawn to this one. Are you fiercely independent, athletic, enjoy exercise, love exotic foods, exotic lands, love to travel, explore? She's a Leo. Why? God put me on this planet because I'm psychic. I already know what you are. You are a Lyran. Let me tell you, girl, you are a Lyran because it was giving. I have a friend. His name on here is Mr. 6'6", and he's a Leo. And I was like, we were talking one day. I was like, you're a straight Lyran. And he's like, what? And I was like, this is a star seed. You are a Lyran. Okay. They're the lion people. They look like people with the head of a lion. They're lion, you know? You have many goals. You get distracted easily. You're a risk taker. By the way, you need more sleep. You like to be social, but you really like to be social to observe people, right? So I want you to check that out. Stacy, how good am I? Like, no, sorry guys. I just have to kind of give myself a little pat on the back for that. Yeah, she's like, wow, nailed it. I did nail it. And I'm celebrating that I nailed it because there's 3 here that you could have been in, but I was drawn based off of your energy. I was drawn to the Lyrans and I was like, okay, I got to look into this. So I want you to Google Lyrans. They're a smaller group, not as well known as like the Orions, the Sirans, the Pleiadians, but they're a very powerful group. And you want to learn about that. And hopefully you come back either on TikTok where I'm live and tell me or YouTube and tell me what comes up for you. I'm so glad to do that one for you. Arcturian also speaks to you as well. And you can also classify for Arcturian because your life path is a 1. And I noticed that the 1s tend to draw to Lyrans, but also Arcturians. So if you're drawn to the numbers 1, 5, 7, 11, 4, you know, you could be, because you remember, you can have like your origination planet, guys, and then you can have other planets that you visited. Like I know in my soul, I don't care if people think I'm crazy. I know in my soul, I originated from Pleiades. I am a teacher, a spiritual teacher. I'm heavy in the metaphysics field. I'm a visionary. No matter what test I take, it always comes up visionary leader, visionary leader. I'm a Pleiadian. Scorpio, you want to try? I'm a Pleiadian, but I know I've spent some time on Andromeda. I know because when I read for Andromeda, I was like, that's so me too. So I feel like I might have spent some lifetimes on Andromeda. Okay. All right. I think I got everybody who sent donations and who sent gifts. Scorpio's like, interesting. I know this is the other side of me, Scorpio, as a spiritual mentor, metaphysical teacher, you know, we're in the woo-woo. We're in the woo-woo with this talk. All right. If you are on TikTok, if you want me to do one for you, you see that little pin goal right there. It says the manifesting ball, the hands with the, if you send that, I will do yours right now. I only sent roses. Yeah, it's the, can you check someone for me or I can check them. If you want to send the manifesting ball and you want me to check them, I can, but you have to know them well enough to know if what I'm saying applies to them. You know what I mean? That's to V. Yeah, you're welcome, Scorpio. How you been? So you're welcome, Stacy. You're welcome. So this is why I wanted to do it because I don't know, like I woke up a month ago and I was just like, you know what? I'm done playing in the real world with the muggles. Like I need to get back to my group. And my group is a small group. We're a small group. We're not a popular group, but we are the metaphysical spiritual group. And I need to get back to them and tend to the needs of the spiritual community because I feel like a war is coming. And I know you guys hear that all the time. I'm feeling a lot better. Thank you. There's a war coming. And oh, I'm gonna do this. I don't know what I'm gonna do this topic again. Every Tuesday, by the way, guys, I'm live on YouTube from 12 to 1, and I pick a different topic. Last week we did numerology. Today we're doing this. I don't know what I'm gonna do next week. I don't know what I'm gonna do next week. I'll figure it out. I'll think of something. But I want to just say this. I've just had a really wake up call that I got to go back to being the spiritual mentor, the metaphysical teacher, you know? Just your birthday, just your birthday. And I feel like, V, thank you. What is the birthday? V, I will do it for you right now. I just feel like there's a war coming, and I am not meant to be in this world of this world. I'm meant to be in this world, but I'm of another world. And I need to bring that with me, if that makes sense. Like, okay, for instance, I stream here on Meet Me, for those of you that don't know. And it was such a big goal of mine to be a live streamer. And I've come to realize I can't be a live streamer. It's a very human concept. And the way it's set up, I got you. It's the way it's set up is like, it's there's a lot of toxicity, and I can't do it. You know, my heart, after I got sick and I came back, I just couldn't get back into the flow again. It was just killing me. 9, 10, 11. Oh, you're 11 master number. One speaks to you, right, Scorpio? One speaks to you. Ones or 11s. Yeah. Girl. There's two possible ones. There's three. No. But she's a Scorpio. There's two possible ones you can be. I'm going to give you the descriptions of both, and I want to see which one you go to. I feel you're going to go to the first one. Do you have food sensitivities, allergies, anxiety? Like, are you a sensitive person? You got to have like controlled environments because like things can be very erratic and jarring for you. I got you, V. You're next. You're next. Yes. Do you like have this feeling of, I just want everybody to be at their highest ideal? I want to spread love. I don't believe in war. I don't believe in fighting. I don't believe in like negativity and stuff like that. You know, I want everybody to elevate in their mindset, their life. You know, does this resonate for you? Like you have like a humanitarian spirit. You want the best for the people, for the world, for the community. That's the first group. All right. Now, the second group loves math, science, metaphysics, medicine. They're spiritual. They like technology. They tend to be very driven as leaders. They're analytical, logical. They're compassionate, but they guard their feelings. And they like to plan things out. They need a plan. They like to stick to a plan. Number two, right? Because as I was reading number one, I was like, I don't think so. Number one was Pleiadians, which is my group. Hi, Queen. Number two is the Arcturians. So if you want to look that up, Arcturians, Arcturians, Arcturians. Basically, they're like the builders of the planet. Hi, Queen. They're here to build things, structures, positive reinforcement. They love to learn, you know. Yeah, look into Arcturians. I feel like that would be your fit. If you do have Starseed and origins, and tell me, and I want to know what your thoughts are on this, because we've never really had a conversation like this. So let me know what your thoughts are when you read up about Arcturians and how it fits for you. All right. That is your mini reading. All right, V, here we go. We have a 5 finally. Yeah, let me know. I'm so curious to hear your mind because I think you're very, very wise and very smart. So I'm curious to hear what you feel about this topic. All right, V. Huh. Is your person, wait, 512, that's May 12th. That's Taurus, right? That's Taurus energy? Yeah, that's Taurus energy, I think. V? May 12th. I think so. Or is that Gemini? May, June. No, that's Taurus energy. Mm-hmm. There's two, but I'm really drawn to number one. So I'm just going to go with number one because I feel it's number one. Is this person very like easygoing, laid back, easy to talk to? They act and look childlike. They desperately love their freedom. They like to travel, explore, try new things. It's hard for them to commit to anything in life, relationships, jobs, whatever. Very creative, might have a strong spiritual base. They have a carefree lifestyle. They don't like conflict. Does this sound like your person? Because remember, I told you guys, like, I have the Pleiadian origination where I originated from, but I feel in my soul like I spent time on another planet. This would be the planet Andromeda. Look up Andromeda for this person. I feel like this would be a fit for them. Andromeda, Andromeda. But that is and because I'm a life path 9, but my soul number is a 5. And Mintaka. Yeah, Mintaka. Mintaka. That's the soul group, Mintaka. Or Orion, Orion. They're from that system, Orion. But I feel like this is the duality in me. The Pleiadians are very like business, all business. And then Andromeda is like, let's have fun. Right? Let's have fun. So that's what I feel like your person might be from Andromeda. Yeah, look it up and tell me what you think. All right. Okay. I went over my time, but I just really wanted to do this with you guys because I felt like it would be helpful. I felt like some of you would really appreciate this information. For some of you, you might think this is all weird and wild and Uma lost her mind. You're welcome, Ricky. Andromeda, Andromede. Oh, the second one was Sirans. But that's like, I could tell the lion people. Like you saw with Stacy, she's a Leo. It's like the lion people, fiercely independent, athletic, enjoy exercise, love exotic foods, extremely curious, have many goals, get distracted easily, risk takers, need more sleep, like to be social, but prefer to observe, like to explore, you know? Tiffany, you got to send that manifesting gift for this mini starseed reading. So I feel like I just needed to do this for you guys because like I said, I don't know, something's changed in me. And remember I told you guys I got really sick around the Lionsgate. And I don't know why I don't remember, but every Lionsgate I get really sick. And I feel like I go through that portal and I cleanse. You know what I mean? And every time I come out, I get closer and closer to who I am. And this recent cleanse was, I just don't want to be a part of the popular group anymore. I don't. I want to find my group, find my community, and hang out here. Be unknown, live a simple life, but change many lives with the knowledge, the wisdom, the experience I have. Not change the whole world, just change enough that they can go forward and do the work, do the positive, uplifting work, and they get the credit. You know what I mean? That's what I feel is I'm being called to do. Beautiful information. Thank you. How do you calculate a life path number and soul number? Is it part of your birth chart? I do soul plan readings, Stacy. In fact, I have a special this week where if you go to my Instagram, the Lotus and the Light on Instagram, I'm just going to put this up here for you guys. You can see my special I have this week. The soul plan reading I do your numerology and your astrology at your time of birth, because I don't feel like we are living our soul path, our soul purpose. Hi, Jackie. I feel like a lot of us are just kind of floating in the wind and just responding to stimuli and not really having a purpose. And that bothers my soul. Remember, Pleiadian here. Come on, people. Let's live our lives. Let's live our vision. Let's live our why we came here, so we don't have any regrets when it's time to cross over to the other realms, right? And that's why I do the soul plan reading for my clients. Basically, what it is I look at your name on your birth certificate, the original name that was chosen. I look at your date of birth, your time of birth, your location of birth, because your soul picked all of this. You guys know that, right? Your soul picked all of this. So let's go back to your original intent. Let's find out why you are here. What are you here to do? Because a lot of us are not in equilibrium. We're not balanced because we're living outside of our purpose, if that makes sense. So that's what I do. I am a numerologist. I am an astrologer. I work on those things to calculate those things. I've been trained to calculate those things so that I can help people with that. All for a reason. I want to make sure I'm fulfilling my purpose. That part, yeah. Yeah, message me on IG. It's actually, I can tell you what it is. I think it's a 20% discount on for this week. If you book and get the reading done this week, you get the discount. This week it's 20% off life purpose readings. So just hit me on my IG, because that's the way you guys can communicate with me. Let me know you want the reading. I will send you a PayPal request for payment. Once you pay it, then just send me the information. Now, I will tell you, if you don't know your time of birth, I can still do your soul plan reading. It's just, there's just certain things I can't get. Like I can't know your houses. I can't know your rising sign. Of course they're important, but I can give you some messages. I can't just give you all the messages. All right. That's just my disclaimer, because, I don't want people saying, oh, but Uma, you did it for somebody else and they got a 30 page report, and you did it for me and I got a 15-page report. Hi, Queen. Yeah, you got to check your birth certificate. Facts. I actually have a lady I'm supposed to do a soul plan reading for on Friday, but she's looking for her time of birth, because a lot of us, especially us older people, that really wasn't, for some of us, it wasn't recorded. You're welcome, Stacy. All right. So thank you guys for showing up. To let you guys know, I'm usually on YouTube during the week, Monday through Friday at noon. On Mondays, I have a free, and these are free events. If you guys want to cash out me donations, I appreciate the donations, to keep me offering as much as I can this free information and free knowledge, or send the gifts wherever you're watching me on to help me with the goals, whatever platform you're watching me on. I appreciate it. You're welcome, Ricky. So let me just give you my schedule. On Mondays at noon, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have Manifesting Monday, where we meditate together and we journal together about what we want to manifest in our lives. On Tuesdays, I have Tuesday Talks, where I talk about a metaphysical topic. On Wednesdays, I am not on YouTube because I have a tarot practice circle. So whether you read tarot or you read oracle cards, you're welcome, right? And you want to practice giving readings, you can come to that event. It's on a Zoom call. But I just want to let you guys know that I am not teaching in that, because it's not payment. I just provide the space for us to just give each other readings. On Thursday, I have Tarot Thursdays. I will be back on YouTube Thursdays, Tarot Thursdays, where I pick a topic in tarot, we talk about it, and I also do mini readings. So if you're watching me on YouTube, you can get a mini reading for a donation. Or if you're watching me on TikTok or meet me, you can send the appropriate gift and get a mini reading. And then Fridays, we have an online Reiki channeling circle. So if you are a Reiki healer and you're not getting your practice in or not getting your healing in, or if you're new to healing and you want to try, you can attend if you're not a Reiki healer because you have natural healing abilities. You can attend and try it out. And then if anybody wants to take a Reiki class, I do teach Reiki classes either in a group setting or private one-on-one. I teach it at my center, that's in Northern Virginia, but I can also teach it online. All right. That's what I got. I hope you guys like it. And I look forward to connecting with you guys more. All right. So let me go ahead and end here. Thanks, guys. I'll see y'all soon.